Hello, my beautiful viewers. What I thought I'd do now is just have a bit of a laugh with you, a bit of nostalgia about when I was growing up and the things that were big in my day in the 70s and 80s. I left school in 84. And it was a great time, but very, very different. I grew up in a small town in Cheshire, and it was very American back then as well, you know. And in the town I grew up in, and I went in high school, junior school and high school, everybody was white, apart from one Indian person called Sanjeeva. He was a friend of mine. Everybody was white. My town, I would say it was as high as 99% white English-speaking people. Very American, very American. You were fed a diet of World War II films, while we were kicking Germany's ass. Dam Busters and all those great stuff. A lot of religious stuff as well. Greatest story ever told. Ben-Hur, A-Team, computers were just starting in the 80s, and MTV, and it was all new. And we had, this is only my personal opinion on it, we had great hopes for the future. Right, we had really great hopes for the future. It's all going to be fantastic, blah, blah. But sorry to say it hasn't. I mean, music today, the majority of it is shite, in my opinion. Doesn't compare to the 70s and 80s, and the best thing that came out of the 90s was Oasis. Doesn't compare, it doesn't. And it's nice to see on some reaction videos on YouTube, right, young people finding this music, and the smiles on their face, and even majority of these people who do these reaction videos, young people, realise how great we had it. We were lucky. It wasn't. You felt safe. Your hometown was your whole world. There was no social media, no mobile phones. I mean, the first phones I was like bloody bricks. You carried them around. Massive bloody things, people used to have filofaxes and carry, and a bit like Del Boy, and only fools know to carry it in the hand. Look at me, I've got a filofax, yeah. And then you get on these dial-up computers before broadband, and people would be on the computers playing away with the computers, and do hello, and it'd go down the street. Hey guys, look at this. Hello, guys, look at this. Hello, yeah, hello, yeah. And Commodore 64, Chucky Egg, and Jet Set Willie, and Manic Miner, all these great films. And this other thing, this I used to absolutely love it. My brother had one as well, and a few of them. It's like a helicopter on a stick, and it would spin round like that, and you could pick stuff up with it. Nothing like the technology today. I mean, I still remember the Pong, I think it was, right? This thing, the ball would go like that. First game system, which plugged into your TV. Brilliant. I remember black and white TV as well, and what have you. I still think they're the better days than they are today. I feel sorry for kids today. Yeah, they've got the technology and they've got all this choice and this, that, and the other. But are they happier? I don't think they are. Stuck in their houses on the bloody consoles, not going down the woods, getting up, or anything like that. Not going playing on, down the woods and going fishing and what have you, and knocking, banging on people's doors and running away, and building massive bommies with little dens inside, which were bloody dangerous as all. And some of their things, you'd go to the park, one called the Witch's Hat, you sat on it, span around like a witch's hat, and everything. Just bloody amazing. Like you'd have like a thing like that, you'd have like BMX or something, and you'd be jumping over your friends sometimes. Kids have lost all that. The kids have lost their innocence. I mean, today, the brainwashed, in my opinion, in schools, woke ideology, transgender ideology, and left-wing bias. Kids can't think for themselves today, you know. Need trigger warnings to read books and all that shit. You know, it's tragic, really. They've had the childhood stolen off them. I mean, when I was at school, I never saw any transgender bloody kids. Yeah, there was the odd gay kid here and there, you know, but I never saw any transgender kids. I mean, when I left school, I saw the odd man dressed up as a woman. They were called transvestites back then, you know. And I've got nothing against gays and lesbians, and I don't think God has either. But the world's just gone insane. We're bombarded with shit. And it's like, have you noticed when you go on like Facebook or something, you put something into your search engine, and then you'll get bombarded with the same things, offers from the same things. The algorithms will bombard you with shite, you know. Or you look at something on Facebook and you'll get bombarded with the same shit, you know, to keep you on, because that's how Facebook makes the money, advertising. So they want to keep you on, don't they? So it's nice. We had such hopes for the future, but in my opinion, it hasn't turned out as my generation hoped it would, you know. I mean, I'm 56 this year, you know, and I know you look back with rose-tinted spectacles, but I truly believe it was better. It really was. It was better. I mean, in cars as well, because people used to smoke all back then. You'd have ashtrays in cars, put your ashtrays out and this, that and the other. And I remember once going fishing with my brother. He was sitting in the front, and my brother's mate, he was wild man, this guy. He brought a stink bomb into, he said, James, he said, Jim. I used to get called Jim, Jimbo, Jim Bob, Jimmy, but it's James, you know. But that's, my mum always called me out Jim. Right, but anyway, we were going fishing. Let this stink bomb off behind your brother's thing, so I let it off. How my brother drove that car, I'll never know. You know? I mean, this guy was just absolutely wild, man. Alan, his name, he's dead now. Right. Remember, he used to work in a bakery, he was telling me, remember rightly. And he had this toilet, and he'd go in with stink bombs, and and I don't think there was any windows in the toilet. He'd shut the door and throw a load of stink bombs in, it stank him out. You know, yeah. Unbelievable. I used to see, it was bonfire night, I used to see rockets flying down the road. You know. And then people would like airborne repeaters off outside your window. And you know, yeah, what have you. Great times, I think, really do. Great times. And I remember as well, I'll tell you one thing I remember, right? Because what the younger generation have to realise is that Eastern Europeans were part of the Soviet Union, so they weren't allowed to leave Eastern Europe. I remember going strawberry picking once when I was about 16, when my brother is dead now. One of my brothers is dead. And everybody was white. Everybody was English people picking those strawberries. Everybody. And, you know, the Eastern Europeans weren't allowed to leave Eastern Europe. You know. So British people did pick the fruit back then. You know. But anyway, yeah, I miss the times. As you get older, I've found, you get set in your ways. Whatever you do. And you reminisce. I mean, these wokey kids now, when they grow up, they'll be the same. They'll reminisce. It's just part of growing old, you know. And then you start to get problems. I've got a bad knee now and high blood pressure and underactive thyroid. And I suffer with anxiety, panic attacks, and I have OCD. Crash, when I was growing up, I had OCD, right? It used to take me about 45 minutes to get better now, checking the bloody light switches, checking this, checking that. I still have it a bit to this day, OCD. But it'll be great times. Anyway, thanks for listening. And keep smiling, because it's all going to work out. You know it is. We all know it is. You know, it's going to work out in the end. All this madness will end. We'll get back to sanity. See you on the next one.